This ancient Romanian Christmas legend tells the Nativity not only as a sacred birth, but as a cosmic turning point in a world divided between God and the devil. It explains Christmas as the moment when a broken balance is overturned, not by force, but by miracle, humility, and hidden grace. In the beginning, God and the devil created the world together, yet they could never agree on whose world it truly was. To settle the dispute, they made a pact: the one who gathered the most people would rule the earth. Even then, as now, most people were easily drawn to the devil. Each set out to gather followers. The devil placed tricksters at his gate, bears, decoys, performers who danced and played so that people would stop, laugh, and forget themselves. God, seeing this, made a quiet path instead. On both sides he planted basil and flowers, so that their scent would draw people gently and give them life. The young rushed to the devil's gate, amused by the spectacle, and went inside. Only a few old people chose God's flower-lined road. Seeing this, the devil laughed and said, "Look at what you have gained, only a few old souls, and they will soon die. The world is mine." God knew the pact could not be broken by force. After a moment of thought, he said, "Let us make one final condition. If someone is born of a virgin who has never lain with a man, and if that child is born through the crown of the head, then this contract shall be broken." The devil agreed at once, certain such a thing was impossible. God then breathed his spirit into a flower. The mother of God picked it, smelled it, and became pregnant. When she began to feel heavy with child, she hid and wandered, running from place to place. For this reason, the Christmas fast was established, to remember her flight and concealment. At last, she came near the farm of a man called Crasian. Seeing her, he said to his wife, "Do not let that woman into our house." But Crasian's wife took pity on her and hid her in the stable, among the cattle. That night, the man held a great feast. The house was full of guests, as it is on holidays. Again and again, his wife slipped away from the table and went to the stable to help the Holy Virgin, who was in great pain. She rubbed her back so the child might descend, but the child rose higher and higher, until, wondrously, he was born through the top of her head. At the moment of his birth, the whole world was filled with light. The wife returned to the house, her clothes stained with blood. The man saw her and shouted, "So you disobeyed me!" In his fury, he took a blade and cut off her hands. Bleeding, she returned to the stable. The Lord Christ blessed her, and in place of her severed hands, golden hands appeared. When she came back into the house, her husband saw the gold shining where her hands had been. Trembling, he turned to his guests and said, "Honored diners, rise from the table and go home satisfied, for a great miracle has taken place in my house." And then they all saw the power of God.